All right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High, Ahia has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Coming again with another message, but this is more so like a warning. And even though I know that the warnings are worthless, let's put it like that. I'm talking when I'm speaking of spirit and truth, because I think the best warning and the greatest warnings are those in which Ahiah have set before us in his prophecy, has prophesied and has told us throughout time this and this and this and this. All of that is the greatest warning. Sister Deborah is just clamming on top of those warnings. Okay. Not that it's going to change anything, because if the Father has already warned, do you think that what Sister Deborah is about to say is going to warn someone out there that, hey, you better get on the right track? No, no. He says it's going to be like the days of Noah, the days of Lot. They got warnings after warnings after warnings. Did you think it changed them? No, but it end. You see? So the warnings are not to really think that when you give me giving a warning, it's not something that I think that, oh, the people are going to take heed and they're going to, no, no, they're not. The warnings in which I am setting forth is for the elects, just warning them. Make sure you on dock, okay? Make sure you on the dock, because this is not a time to be lagging behind, okay? Get on that dock and get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because I'm seeing things as I saw yesterday, the day before that, and the day before that. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you all. And the day before that. I'm constantly seeing these things, but I'm seeing it now more so with a, how would I say, a shaken spirit. I'm seeing these things and I'm like saying to myself, wait a minute, I might be the only one seeing it. And when I say I'm the only one seeing it, I'm not really saying the only one. But when I say that as if I'm going in the direction to the narrow gate, where he say, very few shall find their end. So he said this, the Most High is letting us know that very few shall find the narrow gate. So Sister Deborah is saying this, just the same thing. And the thing about it is, I'm seeing these things right before me. And I'm like saying, whoo, what could be next? Only thing I can think of as a prophetess in the wilderness is that he's going to in a sense, and I ain't gonna say pull up, but he's going to bring his out. Let's say it like that. No, I ain't gonna say let's say it. It is. He's gonna bring his out. But what one thing that got on me, that dawned on me today, this evening, was how he's going to do it. And I began to say, this is what I said to him. I said, now, you said we coming in, curse, and we going out, curse. So all of these things you hearing people teaching and preaching and saying, get your land, get your this, grow this, and do this. Those are the things that keeps you here. You get what I'm saying? Those are the things that make you have a mindset to prepare here. Now, it's nothing wrong with growing vegetables and all kind of things, but not with the mindset that, okay, I better get myself together and have everything, as if a higher is not coming for you. See, you have to know that he is coming to get you. and then you go on and prepare. You see, but don't ever put the ideal in your head that, okay, I'm talking to the elects, those who are the light, those who walk in spirit and truth. Do not fool your head up with what the deceivers are saying. A lot of them telling people go buy land in Africa. But do you all understand that the things that the people are saying on all these platforms has nothing to do with your father? Has nothing to do with your creator? Has nothing to do with the most high. It has to do with flesh and blood preparing for whatever. This is the signs of the 10 virgins. 5 was ready, and they wasn't ready either. No, they weren't. That's why when they heard the trumpet, they what? They start to trim their lamps. Your lamp should have been trimmed, but they had something in their lamps, which were oil. Okay? And then you had the other 5 that didn't. Those are the ones that's saying today on these platforms, get ready, this and this and this and this. It's nothing wrong with putting food away, because I could see myself here when the food shortage is before us, and water problems, and having water, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But as far as thinking that, okay, I'm going to prepare for these things as if my father is not coming from for me, y'all lost without a cause. You are lost without a cause. You got to have a mindset that I'm ready, Father Yah, whenever you are ready. You have to have that mindset, or else you're going to be right here in Babylon. A lot of people don't pay any attention to when it says come out of her. And that's that mindset, out of her ways of doing things, and the way she got you feeling about doing things and having things and creating things. Because Babylon is putting a whooping on a lot of people, and a lot of people don't see it. And I'm talking about Gentiles, heathens, Hebrew Israelites, fake Jews, whatever, whoever. This country is putting and I don't think they're doing it to the fake Jews, though. I think the fake Jews are part of what is actually taking place, but on the other side. But I think the Catholics are also, they got a lot of their uh, 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 wicked and evil hands in it, as it was in the beginning. They're the one that will start. I mean, had orchestrated all that stuff, and here we are thinking that, okay, we here and they this and we this, and we don't even understand. Like even Africa, a lot of people stand around and they wants to run over to Africa, and they want to go live in Africa. And I sit and I say, do they understand what the 4 corners represent? It doesn't represent like the 4 corners of a square like we think. No, the 4 corners, he just letting you know all around, I'm coming to get mine, and I'm going to bring them out. So are you going to have some people in Africa? Yes, but not Ham. See, that's where I think it's kind of really, really sad. Really sad, because a lot of people who are melanated here in America really think that that's home. They think that that's home, but don't even understand this Western world have that place so rooted. And I tell y'all something that you do not know. I'm gonna tell y'all what they did. They gave them $55 billion. $55 billion. As a little girl, I always felt coming up that those children were in Africa. You know, those bloated stomach, and they look like they starving. Do you all understand why? It's because Africa is the only country that the Western world can have them to do away with their own people with the blink of an eye. Africa always been like that. So when they giving them 50, ignorant people who wants to put videos on live, and wants to make it one of their videos and try to expound on, oh, they gave Africa 55. Stupid people, blind and cannot see. They gave them that because they said, if we give you 55 billion, will you allow us to destroy that country through biochemical, through a biochemical? And I'm going to tell y'all something today that I think also is sad. Sister Deborah said 3 years ago, and I think I've done probably 15 videos letting people know that what they have and what they were bringing was a biochemical. And this is what's sad about it. When you get onto all different medias, and they talking about what happened when that V entered to different countries, and here in the United, now guess what they calling it, y'all? Biochemical. This country has always used biochemical to destroy people and to break them and to destroy them. Always did. But they found a way that, hey, this is not even the beginning, but this is a way that we can also use to eliminate the population here in our own. But we'll do it little at a time. But our whole idea is to bring it so low to make sure we got enough deaths in this country to where we can destroy it and still be able to maintain it under the one world system. The one world system is not United Snakes. It's not even over here. You see? And that's why I say it's kind of sad. It's not even here. Because if this is going to be destroyed, it can't be the place where the one world government and the beast and all of that is going to reside. No, they're underground. They already know that this is not it. This is just a land that they want to get rid of. Okay, the people, the number of people over in this country. Okay, but again, it's a biochemical, and you ain't gonna be able to escape it. Only way you're gonna be able to escape it. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing, which is sad. If you think for 1 minute, when the Father told the angel in Revelation to go tell the other four angels who was going to destroy, have allowed the grass and the trees and the sea things to happen, on the earth. When he sent another angel to tell them, wait a minute, don't do it until you have marked mines. Do you understand him marking his mean? There's about to be some mess on this earth, and he has got to be marked. He has got to be marked. And we running around here like ain't nothing going on. And my ex, him and I was together today doing some things, and he was like, people are living like they don't see nothing that's going on. I said, you know what? I said it all the time. I say it all the time. Everybody's it's like whatever, I don't see it. I The whole idea of the balloon, as the people here in this country have spoken, it reside in this country for days. It's no way they would allow that to come from China. That's a part of the plan, to see our reaction, you guys, toward what they're doing. Because there is, and most likely, they're going to use that as one of the means of the biochemical. So they see in how the people react to say, okay, China's, son, that's something from them, and they let you notice the United Snakes didn't do anything to it. It let it. Why? Because it's not about China allowing a balloon to float. It was all about how the people react. We're gonna leave. We ain't gonna bother. We're gonna see how the people in this country react. That's what it's all about. To see how they react. And being so the people didn't react like they should have, guess what? That they say, well, now we got it. We can use that. We can use that now. Because the people in this country, in this United States, they are so caught into so many things that is wicked and evil that they can't see anything to be off balance. They can't see what their whole system of this country is doing. And even if they did see it, as long as they having their way, and they're doing all the things that they want to do in life, but it's all the setup which it spoke of as far as Babylon has fallen. Babylon already fallen. It's just that you all have not seen or really and might not see it to the fullness today, but oh, it's going to fall as far as the debris, you know, it's going to fall like you saw Turkey. That was another part of the UN going after Turkey for not allowing Switzerland, Switzerland to be uh, assigned into the UN. They were the only one. Turkey was not the only one. Turkey was one of them that decided not to approve Switzerland to be a part of the UN. And they told them that they was going to regret it. They ain't giving them more than 3 or 4 days, and that was it. And now that place would never be established again. See, we sit and we look at Beyonce and we look at all the wicked and evil all of them are doing. They just sold out. They couldn't get out of it even if they tried. They're going to destroy not only her, but her children, her husband. They're going to get rid of all of them. They're going to use them and abuse them and use them. And then when they're done with them, they're going to destroy them. It's just a matter of trying to really, and a lot of you all don't know, the reason why they're going after a lot of our people is just so we can always look bad. And we make our own self bad. We don't have to look bad. We are bad. We ain't got no sense as a people. I mean, I don't care. We would take ourselves and go into a whole new community, a whole new city that don't do the things that we do, and we would go in the midst of them and cut up from the floor. We would trash. We would dress with our pants hanging down below our knees. Why would you go into a group of people, community, or in their area, conducting yourself like that? Because they don't have this. They don't. No, our people. Not our. There is a people who don't have nothing. They don't have no feeling toward anything. But let me keep in mind again, when he told that angel to tell them other angels, mark mines in their forehead. I thank him for that. I don't care if I'm marked or not. I do care, but what I mean is, I'm just so glad he marked his. Let's put it like that. He got his marked, and I'm glad because even people see that in Revelation, but they bypass it. They ain't realizing that, wait a minute, he got his marked. So whatever happened on the earth after that, whatever, you can run around here and think and feel and act like you marked, but baby, that ain't gonna get it. It's a spiritual mark that has been put on his. And that's, I'm sitting here watching these things happen, and I'm like, you can't get on this devil platform and not just on YouTube, nowhere, and get a real prophet to speak spirit and truth. You can't get no one to speak on the light or the power of who he is. You can't get it. And it's no need of looking. He got his marked. He knows who's who and what's what. He already know. So a lot of us don't understand that a lot of things are going on. It's really it's really what I would call I can't even say it's the beginning of the storm. It's right in the midst of it. It's just the people are bypassing, and they not can't even digest what's actually happened. You know, I see people are putting things on the devil's platforms, and people are eating it up. Things that didn't happen 3 and 4 years ago, and people acting like it just happened. I'm like, why would someone go 4, 5 years ago, 10 years, and bring it up to today with all this other stuff that's going on, all these things that's taking place? Why would someone bring up what somebody did 10 years ago And the people acting like, oh, this the best message ever. It's just amazing. So it leads me to realize that the warning is to those who are in the light, who are spirit and truth. Be ready. That's all I could say. Because he's not sending no warning to nobody to get ready for anything outside of what he's about to do. He said we come in cursed and we gonna leave out cursed. So if you're thinking everything gonna be Yankee Danky Doodle, no, it's not. You're gonna leave out of here like you came in, cursed. And a lot of people don't want to they don't want to accept. It don't matter if they accept it or not. It's over. It's finished. That's another warning. It's over. It's finished. He's not coming down here and make you understand nothing. He ain't coming down here to show you A, Z, B, T, R, Z. No, he's not coming down there. He ain't coming down here and said Torah. He ain't coming down here and said Old Testament, New Testament. He ain't coming down here telling you David, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He ain't coming down here to tell you nothing. Because there's nothing to be said in the hour running up on the minutes and where we are at. Yesterday I said something about I don't pray for people. I don't go into telling my father, do this and do this and do this for this person, deliver this person. No, no, no. Father, let your will be done. My prayer is that whatever your will is, even for my kids, y'all. Yes, I asked him to save, sanctify them, fill them with your Holy Spirit, your Ruach HaKodesh. But I also let him know this is just a cry of a mother. But let thy will be done. It's no need in stepping into realms trying to make everything holy than thou. Why? It's not like that. That's what the deceivers are out here doing, so that the people won't be nowhere near ready. They ain't gonna be ready no way if they fall in deceivers. They ain't gonna be ready. They gonna be ready to the deceiver, and the deceiver gonna be ready to them. But that's about it. They're not gonna be ready for nothing. This all this stuff that's going on, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's just too much thing. Too many things are happening, and they're trying to prepare it just right for that next V that they're gonna put out. They're trying to prepare it, everything just right. And I was just hurt just thinking, how you gonna turn all the cars into electric? And why won't the people fight up against something like that? I know it. Somebody says it's gonna be 2030. I don't care what year it is. Why wouldn't the people go up against something like that? I mean, that's what I was saying. It's just nothing means anything to nobody. Nobody question what it they're doing and how they're doing things and how they're conducting themselves and how they're putting all this. They put a lot of stuff in the food. And a lot of people think, well, we don't have to, we growing it, or we don't have to, we got a farm, baby. Let me tell you something. In that air that you breathing, that pollution that you inhaling, they got all ways, and they've been doing it like that, especially over in the black community. A lot of the black community, even if you all way out in the suburbs, if it's a black suburb area, you'll see them also disposing stuff in the air. You can't escape it. These people been doing it for too long, and you've been okaying it for so long. To them, it become real. It become easy for them to just do anything, and that's why we're where we at. So the question was, we're in the stage of that purge, okay? Lawlessness. No one wants to follow rules. No one trying to follow rules. No one trying to follow the law. Even the law is not following the law, which they have not in quite some time. But now, hey, they don't bow by nothing. I mean, you can call, you can do anything. But see, this is where I say it's kind of sad. It's because people don't. I guess that's how this United Snakes is. People don't care about nothing if it's not knocking at their door, if it's not them. So I think that's probably why the United Snakes people that don't say nothing about the system and what they're doing. Cause they just, it's just long as I get to make as much money I make and I have my job, I have my home, I get uh 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 low interest, they get done extra good. They don't have no problem. But they don't want to go be left here. And then they're not even considering. And I, in my mind, I said, how could, and this is something, how could Gentiles see their children going to nice, clean, nicely new built schools and see the black children going down to beat up schools and yard fence knocked down, and just what would be in your mindset to feel that you're entitled for your children to go to the best of the best, and they are not entitled? Their children is not entitled to anything. Their children is not entitled to uh, uh, the best interest when they want to buy a house or a car. They don't feel that no one is entitled but them. So this is what came to me. I said, okay, Yeshua was talking about what the end days was going to be like. And that's where you're going to see that nation against nation. And that is people, you guys, against people. Even if it's our government system against the people, it's still nation against nation. It can't too much speak of us, even though it's saying us too, but it can't too much speak of us because we are such a low number population here in the United States, and we've been killing each other since the beginning of time. We still killing each other big time and don't see nothing wrong with it. So when it says nation against nation, the Gentiles and the heathens has to go after each other big time. And the reason why that's going to be is because when they realize that the system is out to destroy them totally. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of Gentiles that I run up on. They kind of feel that already. They feel it. They feel it. And that's why they think they're getting prepared. And I told them, you ain't gonna win. You know what they say? We know we ain't gonna win, Miss Deborah. We know we ain't, but we're gonna fight our way through, even though we know we ain't gonna win. And they begin to tell you what they know the system has. You see, so somewhat is this is another thing that I want to warn you that seems so strange. I hear the Gentiles teaching that revelation up and down. And you're doing tribe, you're doing Hebrew Israelite is teaching it like they drowning in the ocean. But them heathen, them Gentiles, they teaching that word, y'all. They teaching it. Let me explain to you what I mean when I say that. They teaching it like the spirit of the Ruach has taught me. So I got to give it to them. I don't give a rat's behind what nobody say. I got to give it to them. They teaching that thing. Now I ain't saying all of them. I'm saying some of them. And when I hear that, I'm trying to figure out. When I hear them, I'm like saying, but why is it my own nation can't see nothing but want to follow behind these people who saying they want to be kings and leaders and rulers, prophets and prophetess, trying to get people to run behind them with no light and no spirit and truth. Just come on, go with me. I'll show you the way. He already made the way. He called it two places, broad gate and narrow. Which way you want to go? You see? So when they are trying to think that they so wise and knowledgeable in the books and have no spirit and truth nor any light to lead the people out of darkness into the light, then they are just out there. And they too was the one he was saying, come out of her. And I used to ask him, I said, I noticed that was said, but it wasn't said harsh. It wasn't said in a way that they will really come out. He said, Deborah, because they're not going to come out. I'm like, wait a minute. So that's why it's only said as if it's just something said. He said, yes. I said, come out of her. Bam, that's it. Why? Why didn't you expound? I asked that question. He said, because they ain't gonna come out. Why would I put that in there 20 million times and they ain't gonna hear it no more than they hear it one time, two times, three times? They ain't gonna hear it. They ain't gonna take heed to it. They're not coming out. And I already know that. And I can see it today. It is so much that I believe those who say that they are elect, and I believe that if they're walking in the light in spirit and truth, there should be at this day and time a somewhat connection. And I don't see that either. I don't see nowhere because it's like everybody is self-centered, self-motivated by themselves and what they say that they got going on with the most higher. But when it's time for him to collect that those which he's taken out of here, we're going to see each other and who we are. But right now, we just as loony as a loony bird because we're still cursed. We're still cursed. And what some people said, I'm in the light, I see the light, I'm walking in the light, I'm spirit and truth. But in Yah, he is his mark. Those are the ones gonna get up out of here. And they gonna still be cursed, even though they marked. Because you got to leave out curse, just like you came in. That's what it says. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you know what I also realized? There are some said we're going on planes. Some said we're going on foot. Some says we're going on ships. I don't give a rest behind which way you go. You're still going to be cursed. Because as he continued to let us know, ain't going to be no cleaning up till you get there. Till you get to that final spot. Then I clean you up. So just imagine the type of mindsets that's going to be on what they say ships. That's going to be on planes. That's going to be on the walk, the journey. Just imagine. Still, how do you think that the Israelites came out of Egypt, crossed the sea, dry land, sea up, run up on both sides? Soon as they hit land, they start to cut up from the floor. You see? They was away from Pharaoh. They saw Pharaoh get drowned and his Pharaoh's army. And they saw the water. I mean, they saw it all, y'all. But it didn't change who they were. They was the same people that was in that land. When they got back over to the other side, where Ahiah brought them to out of bondage, it didn't change who they were. They still was who they were, y'all. They still was the same people. That's what I'm trying to explain to you all. So whichever way he takes us and how he takes us out, it that's why we can't get up to the point where we holy than thou, or we got it, we ready, we the people, we the one. You can't even claim none of that. You can't even claim none of that. And that's what is happening. There is a people who are claiming that they are all that answer and have no heart, no compassion, no mercy, no grace for their own people. If you tell them, hey, you're supposed to be feeding the hungry, they'll look at you like you and say, you do it. You tell them you're supposed to be trying to visit in the hospital and to the prison. No, you do it. I ain't got time. I got to grow my vegetables. I got to make sure I got a lot of chickens ready for me. You see, everybody, that's what I was saying to you all. People are preparing for the wrong thing. And their spirit is not even preparing for the coming to get up of the Father to get them out of here. So those who are not really preparing and they got you thinking because they teaching you on this devil platform, those are the ones that's still in the rectum of Babylon. They ain't coming out. They ain't coming out. They too deep in her. That's why they're preparing so much. They're preparing so much because they too rooted up in her to even think that they can come out. 1 minute. Something is burning. 1 minute. Oh yes. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else y'all didn't know. It is said that it is said that as we travel to this land, promised land, how there are going to be those who going to connect with us, which will be the strangers, and say, and try to, help us along the way. See, when he's gathering his, they coming from all over the place. He's gathering Israel, okay? And see, these strangers who's going to be helping us, they're going to end up there with us because they're going to join in and start helping us to finish the journey. So, what I'm saying is, we have set up such a fake religion among the Hebrew Israelite movement to where it has gotten many of us so far away from what is spirit and truth and what the light is, to where we don't even think as far as that area of it. We should be just getting our spirit being so ready for Yah. Oh, we need to just be getting that more so ready for Yah. Just we can even reminisce of getting out of here. We have to have something outside of thinking that we are to really prepare as this is going to be our home until he comes. When you do that, you know what you're doing? You're also preparing your flesh to reside here. You see, it's nothing wrong with getting land and living on, but make sure you understand. I'm getting this because I know pretty soon he get me out of here. You think a lot of people are looking for that? You think a lot of people are feel that they so ready, they building and what he said, buying and selling, and they doing all kind of things. You think they're gonna be ready? You think they want to? You think they will be ready to get up out of here? No, they won't. They ain't gonna be ready because they gonna feel and they got to get their last check with YouTube too. I sit back and I was thinking of how being paid by Satan that way will keep you from giving people spirit and truth. You know why, you guys? Because the devil already have charged them and said, you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. You can't speak this, you can't speak this, and you can't speak this. These people are trying so hard to master the rules of Satan. And that's what they're trying to do. And if they're trying to keep from saying things that would cause them to be taken off this devil platform, you know what they're saying? They are sold out. Why you say that, Deborah? It's because Satan has them in full control. Why? You think these people would care about what Satan tell them what they can and cannot say if there wasn't a check involved? Think breakdown. If YouTube stop paying people, you would hear so many stuff. You'll hear so many things being taught that will be off the chain. But because they're paying him, the devil is paying him, just like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye, all of them being paid by Satan to only say what Satan gives them to say. That's like this platform. Patriot, all of them. They only go, even though they think that, oh, I can say this. And no, they still limit themselves to what, say if the Father has called them with a holy calling. You see, I'm talking about with a holy calling, y'all. That's why they can't cover the light. That's why they can't cover spirit and truth. Because they feel that they are being called, elect, and chosen, but yet they got to do what Satan says. You can't do this. You can't say this. You can't say this. You can't speak this. It's a way around it all, but it gets me when I hear them say that. I got to be careful in what I say, or else they're gonna monetize and all that. They're gonna do this, and I get so sick of our the Hebrew Israelite movement people saying that, because all they saying is I ain't gonna mess up it. I'm gonna get my check. They sold out. They're sold out, and this is why that other man, Frenchall, whatever his name is, that's why he's so bent and so hurt. I heard a Gentile woman speak on him today, and she said the same way they did him, they did her. So what? It's the devil's platform. Let him do what he want to do with it. If you were about the Father's business, you wouldn't be off of it, or you wouldn't be about the Father's business. So if he cut you off, at least you know you stood for the light. You know you spoke spirit and truth. But when you ain't giving nobody no food for their spirit, and he cuts you off, you feeling that thing now, because your check you ain't gonna receive no more. See? So what happens? He has to reboot, start up another page, okay? And stop saying what he felt was truth. And start saying what? That which he can feed you to believe, which most likely will be a lie. That's why I say, I be thinking, I said, now, Father, why are people going 10, 15 years ago, bringing it up on YouTube, and people eating it up like it's a full meal deal? It's because they like chaos. They like drama. They like violence. Just like they like rapping. All that hardcore rapping, calling names, and I'm going to kill this. Look how many people in the tribe of Judah melts over stuff like that being sung. Look, I mean, I sit back and I think, I said, these people's songs don't even do anything for their flesh unless they in the dark. And what I mean is the words and the sound is not doing anything even for them. But it's just because it's that person that they have put up on a pedestal and have made them to be something. And you got pastors trying to cover Beyonce and Jay-Z and Kanye. Why are y'all trying to cover the devil? They get enough media. Why are you trying to cover them? Why ain't you trying to cover the light? Why ain't you trying to cover spirit and truth? You want to cover white and black. You want to cover Marion White, cover Marion Black. Why do people want to cover things that has no spirit and truth in it? It has no light. Because they in the rectum of Babylon. That's why. And it's hard for them to come out, because they want to continue to receive their checks. So to continue to receive something in the rectum, out of the rectum of being in the rectum of Babylon, they want that check to keep coming. They don't care what it is. They see it's an easy float. If I can give them trash and they want to listen to it and they praise me for the trash, hey, and I can get a check, might as well. No food for nobody's spirit. People are building on their foundation, thinking that they're going to be able to outlive you and I on this land. And they don't even understand. If you ain't got the mark, you ain't in the light, you ain't got spirit and truth, you messed up from the floor up. And see if Satan gonna continue to give you a check then. He's not. Once he cut they doing, let me tell y'all something. Medicare and Medicaid, they giving the people up to $1,000 to apply for Medicaid and Medicare to make sure people get all enrolled. You got our people running out there applying for it just to get that one-time fee. Don't even know, understand you signing yourself off because they want to be able to lock you in so they can dictate what's going to be covered, what medicine to give you, your whole life, and you signing it over to them, your health care. And I'm like, they call me probably more than 6 to 10 times a day. I said, why do you all keep calling here? I'm not even eligible for. They're hoping to hit, get someone that they can talk to that will apply for Medicare A and B, or they really after that B, and then don't even understand that is something they got set up, just like they want to give you the electric cars, because they can through the they can shut all electric down with a blink of an eye. Oh yes, but see, people with their gas, they have to stop the gas from coming in. You see, that's why they want to get rid of the gas stoves. They want to have full control. The sad part is about it, even before the one world order, even before that step in, they gonna be taking things from you and you can't even see it. Things that you're going to need. Oh, let's take the gas stove from 'em. So they cutting out gas stove the same way they're gonna cut out gas cars that runs on gas. The drone that the balls, the bloom, all that stuff they let China put over. No one ever thought that there could be biochemicals. They're starting something. They just want to see how the people gonna react, and they don't act. That's what I was saying, y'all. They don't react to nothing. Nothing. It's just like whatever. What? Why do y'all think that those five cops could have beat their own brother like that? Now one of y'all would think that wasn't, if it was one of the guy's wives, ex-wife, why did it take all them to do it? No one questioned, no one says anything. No one thinks about that. He said it's lawlessness. It's lawless. They don't, no one follow no rules, no laws. The law don't follow the law. See, it's so much trying to get y'all focus. When they had let China, when they United Snakes and China agreed to have that to fly over, right then the people should have been hooping and hollering. Everybody looking at it. What? How long was it? About a week. They let them continue. Then they did it again. They just seeing your reaction. Your reaction to what happened over with Russia and what's that, Ukraine. They know that that has nothing to do with this country. But why is, because they got to keep y'all focused off of what they're doing to you and preparing you. The things they putting in the beef, the chickens, they doing all kind of things. In everything that you buy, they got a way of already putting stuff already a lot. But this didn't just start. This didn't just start today, y'all. They've been doing this. It's just now they didn't up it. No one is saying, nobody is saying anything about the prices. No one is not saying a thing. They want to go and uh fight against Trump and Biden in whatever that building they went in, trying to say that they Trump lost the election, it was crooked or whatever. Y'all want to fight for that, but you're too dumb to see what your system is doing with you right now. They can't see it. They can't see it. One man went into a college and shot up people, students. No one can see none of that. What is going on, you guys? Then I'm gonna tell you what they allowing y'all to see though. This is what's kind of scary. This is another scary thing. I'm like, Father, why is it they got all these people saying they dropping dead, sudden death? They make sure you're allowed to put that on the media all over the place. They want you to know about that. I'm like saying, woo, it's just so much going on that it makes me sit back and say, okay, Father, they don't see it, do they? He said, no, they ain't going to see it. They don't see nothing. It ain't cause it ain't in front of them, Deborah. It's cause they don't want to see nothing but what they want to see. It's right dead in front of them. And when he said nation against nation, that's something that shakes me. That bothers me because nation against nation is also where the people against the people. That's the people against the people. And I look back, I said, but Judith, they've been killing each other for the longest. And he said, but have you seen them stop? I said, no, I've seen it get worse. He said, yeah, they gonna get worse because they gone already. Judith is gone, y'all. Gone. Gone. I don't care where you go. It's not it's if I'm going into places and I'm watching the atmosphere, and if I'm South County and I'm going North County, which is a long ways, it's about an hour, 15 minutes. I'm seeing the difference of what is actually going on with different people. You see, I'm watching this here, and that's the reason why is because I can see the light. The light can see the darkness. The ruach is in me. I'm paying attention to it all, almost to the point where I don't want you off guard. I want you to know. I want you to see it for what it is. And then I go back and say, well, but why ain't nobody saying it? He said, did I say they can see, Deborah? Did I say they can hear? They can't see and they can't hear, even though they can see in the natural what is actually happening, but they don't see nothing wrong with it because it's not at their door. It's so many things that's taking place. Law, I'm talking about y'all, people breaking the law big time. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's, they put certain things onto the news and on the media, but it can't cover not even what 15% of it. What's actually going on? Can't even cover it. And I think that's what's going to be the most frightening thing is when everything drop and everything is right there before everybody happening to them, and then that's when everybody's going to start cutting up from the floor because right now they just figured, hey, you know, I'm in my house, I got mines, I'm growing mines, I'm doing mines, I got my weapons, I got my gun. Huh, they do it and don't even understand it's coming to your house too. It ain't gonna. Only one gonna escape is those that the father got marked, and that's what people. I don't understand why people don't see that. Why people don't understand that he is just marked for a reason. It don't mean that everybody else. Why would he mark his if he thought for 1 minute all the house of Israel is going to be marked? No, he is just numbered. They are marked. And nothing on this earth, they're going to see things happening. Oh, yeah, they're going to see it. They're going to feel this thing. But he's going to bring them out. He's going to bring them out. He's going to bring them. I might not live to see it. Not to say that today or tomorrow it can't happen. But I tell you what, if I don't live to see it, I tell you what, he's going to bring you out. He's going to bring you out. He's going to bring you out, and he's not going to come out like everybody trying to say he's coming out, because he won't do that. He did Israel. Moses and Aaron didn't know how he was going to bring them out. They didn't know the plan. He told them to go tell Pharaoh to let him go. Let his people go. They didn't know Father's plan. He just did it. So what make us think that we got his plan from A to Z and how we gonna get up out of here and the way we going and oh, we're going down this here street, or we going down this road. That's how sick we are. That's what I was saying. Prepare yourself in your spirit to know that, okay, Father, I'm ready whenever you are. Not, oh, I can't do that. I got to make sure this and make sure this. Make sure everything on the earth is taken care of right where you at in this land. And what makes you think you don't want to turn away from it? Even if you are marked, you're gonna have to have, because that mark gonna override what you want anyway. That mark is the power. It's gonna override what you look, mama right there, your 3 kids. Let me tell you, when that mark, when he come to take kids up out of here, guess what? Everything left that don't have that mark, you ain't gonna look back for them. You ain't gonna look for your husband. Husband ain't gonna look for his wife. Where's our children? No, you not. You gonna get your tail up and get out of here. And anything left gonna be left. That's another feeling, ain't it, y'all? Something to think about, ain't it? That's that feeling again. That's the reality of what he's gonna do. It ain't gonna be like we are planning it. Oh, we done read Torah and we done read the New Testament. Oh, he said this in Revelation. He said what he said. He means what he said. But you best bet you're gonna go out like they did in Egypt. Now one of them knew anything about where they were going. They were just going. Why? Because he was leading them. And they didn't say, well, we finna go over there to the promised land and it's gonna be like this, and this over here is this way. Oh no, we're going on ships. Oh no, we're going on planes. We're going, no, you ain't gonna he ain't gonna give you that benefit of a doubt, like you got the power to say which way we coming. He didn't give it to Aaron and Moses, did he? Which y'all say he gave it to Aaron and Moses and told them the whole rope? No, he didn't. He just had they bust to go in there and tell Pharaoh to let the people go. That's all they knew. And a lot of times, even today, people thinking Aaron and Moses led the people out. No, they didn't lead the people out. It's the whole host of heaven. By night and by day. The Father himself, through his power, led they butts out. That's just to show us that even us coming out, don't prepare for, oh, we going on ships, they said, or we going on plane, they said. Oh, they said we gonna go in a spaceship, or we going in this way and that way. Just say whichever way you gonna go, we gonna go, Father. I'm ready. Place that in your spirit, even in your prayers, Father. Whatever, I'm ready. And like I said, it's not saying that you don't have what you have here. But you got to understand, you get ready for the inside. Get prepared from the spirit realm that you getting up out of here. Because if we get ready for the flesh realm, we ain't gonna want to leave, y'all. We're gonna want to stay right here. But even me, I'm feeling that thing. Last thing I want to leave is my babies. Last thing. But I can feel the Father preparing me from the inside to accept any and every way that he has already orchestrated and planned. And then he began to show me, are your children knowing me like you know me? Are they following me like you following me? Are they worshiping me like you worship me? Are they honoring me or like you honoring me? See, he go into that. So he's, to me, I feel like he's preparing me from the inside to know that it's gonna be like You drop everything, I'm ready. And I'm just going to follow the way his spirit leads. Let me tell y'all why. 6 years ago, and my ex-husband bring it up all the time. He said, remember, you keep telling us this happened 6 years ago. I think I said it for a little over a year. I said it for a whole year, maybe a little over a year. I told my kids, I said, now y'all, when that time come, when this time come, I didn't know what time I was talking about, but this is what I said 6 years ago. I said, it's gonna come a time. Y'all gonna be one location, I'm gonna be another. Don't come looking for me. Mama gonna be okay, but don't come looking for me. Don't come looking for me. And I'm telling you, I believe that without a doubt, if anything had to happen, they would come looking for me. They will book up and they will be trying their best to come get me, to come find me. And I think that's with everything. Now watch this. How do you think people we so busy battling white and black, Hebrew Israelite and Christians and Muslim and all of these things without even considering the fact that the creator already got in his bosom. And we sitting here trying to tell all these different other races and these different other denominations that we to this and we to that now. And we've been down here thousands of years and ain't none of our action match our ugly mouths today. But yet we want them to know that we somebody. And we have not shown no action that we anything outside of acting a fool. It's nothing we as a people have shown nobody in the world that we serve a creator and that we are the creator's children. Tell me, what have you done that can show anybody, even your family, that you are the creator's children? Oh, they don't care. Oh, we don't have to show nobody. He chose us. We the people. We the. What do you say? What does it say about him when you're doing the things that you're doing out here? He got to be short somewhere. You're killing your own nation. That means you're killing your own sisters and brothers in Yah. But yet you the people. You're teaching each other the hate at the level, the same perpetual hate that the heathen has. You like unto towards your own people, especially your women. I sat back and I thought, I said, Father, there is nothing on this earth. And I don't know why women lied. I can't explain it and I don't give a rest behind too. I don't know why our people, women, has lied about our men. They have lied, child. They have lied. And we have lied. And we continue to lie. I ain't finna lie. He said, train them up in the way that they should go. And what way is that? The way of the light. Tell me what man on this earth done that. You's a lie from the pit of hell if you say one or two that you know. You's a liar. See, that's why I was saying it's so much pitch dark that people have claimed to be light. I sit back and I say, how is it you're going to allow them to escape everything that you said they were to be? And say, for instance, out of 100, they met the obligation of 30% of it. And yeah, me as a sister, yeah, that's still good. That's what I would say. Wouldn't that, was it, watch this here. Wasn't that what Abraham was saying? to the Father regarding Lot, Solomon, and Gomorrah? Truly, if you had any righteous one in there, will you destroy him? He dropped them all the way down. He knew it wasn't there and there. Not even Lot. Not even Lot. He was telling them, sure, no, I wouldn't destroy it if I had. He wouldn't have destroyed the whole world if he had with Noah. If he had anyone that had the righteous in them to do at least half or 30%, 20. That's how just and that's how righteous the Father is. If you could just give me one or two, Deborah. But there was none found. That's how it is today. And we sit here embedding in their wicked and evil and how they're conducting themselves as if they're righteous because we want to make them out of something they never owned up to from the beginning. And that's why they are messed up from the floor. Because we think that we can bring them to the level of being what they say they want to be, which is men, leaders and rulers. You can't bring them there, baby. That's a place that a higher created in them. And if a higher didn't bring them in it, sit your darn tail down. You can't bring them. A higher brought them into the world as a man, as a leader, as a ruler. And if they couldn't hold up that, then what makes you being a woman submissive and anything that's going to bring them to the level of what a higher created them to be? That's from the birth. Are you that? That's why the man were to leave his mother and his father. It's because after you leave your mother and father, you will have that which they have given you. The leadership of a father showing you how to be to your mother, his mother. He didn't say a man shall leave his mother and cleave to a woman. He didn't say a man shall leave his grandmother and cleave to a wife. He didn't say a man should leave his father and cling to a wife. He said you got to have a mother and father. Deborah, I put it in the beginning. It was righteous. It was perfect. And they decided to take it and make it the way they wanted to make it, even to today. And calling it, we are leaders and rulers and kings. You are fools, and you're going to stay a fool. The Father's sitting here telling you what you were and what you were created was already in you. And now you stand on this earth, even to the last hour in the minutes, and proclaim somebody took what I birthed in you out. Who can tell the Father that what you did when you created this, you erred in your creation? I created them to be this, and this. So when they leave that mother and that father, they would have what they need from that household to be able to bring something to the table with their wives. And it wasn't another wife. Oh no, too much like right. They haven't which say so therefore I don't care where you go in life, another man cannot teach you to even be a man. Another woman can't teach another woman how to be a woman. Why? Because it's in you. Who can teach a child how to walk when eventually he's going to know how to walk? Because y'all had already put it in him. Who's going to teach a child how to talk when he's going to eventually know how to talk? Because y'all put it in him. Who's going to teach a child to do anything? Oh, we get to credit, but they don't understand. When it's time for that child to sit up, he going to sit up. When it's time for that child to walk, he going to walk. When it's time for that child to talk, he gonna talk. When it's time for him to potty train, oh, he gonna potty train. See, we lost it. A lot of the things are already invested in us. And what we did, we took it from the most high, and said, "No, we got to add, we got to try to make it like this, and we got to try." That's when we took it out of the perfect will of how he created it, because we wouldn't settle for what he had already created. And that's when Yeshua came on the scene and told them, "Wait a minute, y'all. I don't know what y'all talking about. From the beginning, that wasn't so." That's why he was saying that. It's because they took it out of the order of the beginning. And that's where we at today. Everything, like I told you, is out of order. Lawlessness. No laws, no rules, no nothing. Nobody even desire to do the things that's right. No one wants to. Because they call them right what? Wrong, and wrong what? Right. No one cares. No one is interested. So, but I, Sister Deborah, would like to leave with you tonight as a warning. You remember when they say, get your house in order? That's pretty much what Sister Deborah said in this warning. Get your house in order. And he ain't talking about your nasty, stinky flesh. He's talking about your inner man. Get it in order with the Most High Ahia, because he's coming. And somewhere in me, soon. I put it like that. It's not going to be the day and the hour in which all these so-called prophets and prophetess are categorying, or we going on ships and planes. I don't know how I'm going, and I ain't looking for how I'm going. I just want to get there. That's it. You think I care? You think I care? After I saw how he parted the sea and let them walk on dry land, you think this sister gives a rap behind how she going to get to the promised land? I don't think so. All I wanted her to do is be a part of him in this. That's all. That's it. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I had to drop that as a warning because there's a many of things going on in this world. So get your, what they used to call, get your house in order. I even think about how the Christians talking about the rapture, and some people are talking about the coming in the midnight hour. He's coming in the what is it they say? The midnight hour, I think it is. All these things that they're saying his coming. Everybody running their ugly mouth about the coming. But guess what? They ain't preparing their inner man for none of it. And that's also Sister Deborah is saying tonight in this warning. Work on your inner man. And when you work on your inner man, Ahia says, he's going to let you know if you are marked. If you are marked, you're going to know it. But if you out here just thinking, oh, I'm ready whenever he coming, well, let me get this ready. Let me do this, and let me do this, and let me do this. And do something from your inner man in tune with him first, and then get that outer man. But don't let that outer man get you locked in, preparing to stay. Because a lot of people don't understand that's what they're doing when they running out here buying, selling, and try to build up on and building and try to have things to cover up as if he ain't coming nowhere no time soon. Those are the ones that you call in her rectum. They too far up in the rectum. They ain't coming out of her. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you tuning in, and I say I will be back. So shalom and shalom.